7 nutrition myths people over 50 still believe. Let me ask you something honest. If you are over 50, chances are you have been given a lot of advice about what to eat, what to avoid, and how to take care of your body. Some of that advice came from your doctor. Some from a magazine. Some from a well-meaning friend. And some of it has been floating around for so long that nobody even questions it anymore. But here is the problem. A lot of the most common nutrition beliefs that people over 50 hold onto are either outdated, oversimplified, or just plain wrong. And following bad nutrition advice does not just leave you uninformed. It can actually work against you. It can drain your energy, weaken your muscles, harm your heart, and slow your thinking. So today, we are going to set the record straight. I am going to walk you through 7 nutrition myths that are incredibly common among people in their 50s, 60s, and 70s. And for every single myth, I will give you the real science-backed truth, plus a simple, practical step you can take starting today. No complicated diets. No expensive products. Just the truth, explained clearly. Let us get into it. You should just eat less as you get older. This one comes up constantly. And on the surface, it sounds reasonable. You are less active than you used to be, so of course you need less food, right? Well, partly. Yes, your calorie needs may decrease modestly with age. That part is true. But here is what people get dangerously wrong. Eating less does not mean you need fewer nutrients. In fact, after 50, your body actually needs more of several key nutrients, not less. You need more protein to maintain and rebuild muscle tissue. You need more calcium and vitamin D to protect your bones. You need more B vitamins because your stomach produces less acid, which makes it harder to absorb them naturally. So when people hear, eat less, and simply cut their portions without thinking about nutritional quality, they end up malnourished while still eating 3 meals a day. That is a dangerous place to be. The real issue is not quantity. It is quality. Your practical takeaway. At every meal, ask yourself this one question: where is my protein? Make sure each plate includes a quality protein source, whether that is eggs, lentils, Greek yogurt, fish, chicken, or tofu. That single habit can protect your muscle mass, your strength, and your independence as you age. All fat is bad for you. This myth has been around since the 1980s, and it caused decades of confusion. Low-fat everything became the health trend. Fat-free cookies, fat-free dressings, fat-free snacks, all of which were quietly loaded with sugar to compensate for the flavor. And the result? Rates of obesity, diabetes, and heart disease did not go down. They went up. Because not all fat is the same. Not even close. There is a real difference between the fats that harm you and the fats that heal you. Trans fats, the kind found in heavily processed snacks and fast food, are genuinely harmful. They raise your bad cholesterol, lower your good cholesterol, and increase inflammation throughout the body. But healthy unsaturated fats, the kind found in olive oil, avocados, walnuts, almonds, flax seeds, and fatty fish like salmon and mackerel, are a completely different story. These fats support heart health, reduce inflammation, protect brain function, and help your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K. After 50, your heart and brain need these fats more than ever. Your practical takeaway: stop avoiding fat and start choosing the right fat. Drizzle some extra virgin olive oil on your salad. Add a small handful of walnuts to your breakfast. Have salmon twice a week if you can. These are not indulgences. They are medicine for your cardiovascular and cognitive health. Supplements can replace a poor diet. Walk into any pharmacy or health food store and you will find entire aisles dedicated to vitamins, minerals, and superfoods in capsule form. And the marketing makes it sound like you can just take a pill and be done with it. So many people over 50 have a cabinet full of supplements, and very little concern about what is actually on their plate. And I understand the appeal. It is convenient. It feels proactive. But here is the reality. Whole foods contain thousands of compounds, vitamins, minerals, fiber, antioxidants, phytonutrients, and enzymes that all work together in complex ways we do not fully understand yet. A supplement bottle can isolate a handful of those compounds, but it cannot replicate the synergy that happens when you eat real food. An orange is not just vitamin C. It is fiber, flavonoids, potassium, and dozens of other compounds that interact with each other in your body. Research has also shown that some supplements, when taken in high doses without a confirmed deficiency, can actually cause harm. Too much iron, too much vitamin A, and even some B vitamins in excess can create problems. That said, some supplements are genuinely useful when there is a confirmed deficiency, or when your diet has specific gaps. Vitamin D and B12 are two that many adults over 50 genuinely do need. But those should be based on blood work and a doctor's recommendation, not marketing. Your practical takeaway: focus on building a better plate before reaching for a bottle. Add more vegetables, legumes, whole grains, and quality proteins first. If you are concerned about deficiencies, ask your doctor for a simple blood panel. That is far more valuable than guessing at the supplement store. Carbohydrates are the enemy. Carbs have had a rough decade or two in the public eye. Low-carb diets, no-carb diets, keto diets. The messaging has been relentless. Carbs make you fat, carbs spike your blood sugar, carbs are the problem. And for a lot of people over 50, this has created genuine fear around foods like rice, bread, potatoes, and fruit. But this is an oversimplification that causes real harm. Your body, and especially your brain, runs primarily on glucose, which comes from carbohydrates. Cutting carbs too severely can leave you fatigued, foggy, irritable, and struggling to concentrate. The real distinction is not carbs versus no carbs. It is quality carbs versus poor quality carbs. Refined carbs and added sugars, things like white bread, sugary drinks, pastries, and processed snack foods, are genuinely problematic. They spike your blood sugar rapidly, offer little nutritional value, and contribute to inflammation. But complex carbohydrates are your allies. Oats, brown rice, sweet potatoes, legumes, fruits, and vegetables all provide carbohydrates that digest slowly, feed the good bacteria in your gut, provide long-lasting energy, and come packaged with fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Your practical takeaway: do not cut carbs. Upgrade them. Swap white bread for whole grain. Swap white rice for brown rice or lentils. Add more vegetables and legumes to your meals. You will feel more energized, more satisfied, and your blood sugar will thank you. Only drink water when you feel thirsty. This might sound like harmless advice. After all, your body will tell you when it needs water, right? Not after 50, it will not. One of the lesser-known changes that comes with aging is a gradual dulling of the thirst response. Your body becomes less efficient at detecting early dehydration and sending that clear signal that you need to drink. This means that by the time you actually feel thirsty, you may already be meaningfully dehydrated. And mild, chronic dehydration is far more common and more damaging than most people realize. It can cause persistent fatigue, difficulty concentrating, constipation, dizziness when you stand up, increased risk of urinary tract infections. And in older adults, even mild dehydration has been linked to confusion and a higher risk of falls. The other issue is that many people over 50 are taking medications that can increase fluid loss, or conditions like diabetes that affect hydration. Yet the advice to just wait until you are thirsty persists. Your practical takeaway: make hydration a scheduled habit, not a reaction. Keep a water bottle visible and within reach throughout the day. Have a glass of water first thing in the morning before anything else. Have one with every meal and every medication. You do not need to drink huge amounts at once. Steady, consistent sips throughout the day is all it takes. Your protein needs go down with age. This one is almost the exact opposite of the truth, and yet it is remarkably persistent. Here is what is actually happening in your body after 50. There is a natural process called sarcopenia, which is the gradual loss of muscle mass that accelerates with age. Starting around your mid-40s, most people lose between 3 and 8% of their muscle mass per decade, and that rate can increase significantly after 60. Now, there are two main tools to fight sarcopenia: resistance exercise and adequate protein intake. But here is the additional challenge. After 50, your body actually becomes less efficient at using the protein you eat to build and repair muscle. Researchers call this anabolic resistance. Your muscles do not respond as readily to protein as they did when you were younger. Which means you need more protein, not less, to get the same effect. The current research suggests that adults over 50 should aim for significantly more protein per kilogram of body weight than younger adults. And spreading that protein intake across all 3 meals, rather than loading most of it into dinner, makes a meaningful difference in how well your body can use it. Loss of muscle mass is not just about looking less toned. It affects your strength, your balance, your metabolism, your immunity, and your ability to recover from illness or injury. Protecting it is one of the most important things you can do for your long-term independence. Your practical takeaway: aim to include a good protein source at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, not just at one meal. Eggs at breakfast. Lentil soup at lunch. Fish or chicken at dinner. Even a small amount of Greek yogurt or a handful of mixed nuts as a snack contributes. Make protein a priority at every eating occasion. Eating healthy is too expensive. I hear this one often, and I understand where it comes from. There is a real perception that eating well means buying organic produce, specialty health foods, and expensive superfoods. And if that is your definition of healthy eating, then yes, it can get costly. But that definition is wrong. Some of the most nutritious foods on the planet are also among the most affordable. Dried lentils and beans are extraordinarily cheap per serving and are packed with protein, fiber, iron, and folate. Eggs are one of the most nutrient-dense foods available and cost very little. Oats are inexpensive, filling, high in soluble fiber, and genuinely good for heart health. Frozen vegetables are picked at peak ripeness and often retain more nutrients than fresh vegetables that have traveled long distances. Seasonal produce, bought locally when it is abundant, is both flavorful and affordable. The most expensive items in most people's grocery carts are processed foods, packaged snacks, sugary cereals, and convenience meals. Replacing those with whole food staples often reduces the grocery bill while dramatically improving nutritional quality. Eating well is less about how much you spend and more about how you spend it. Your practical takeaway: start with the basics. Build your meals around eggs, lentils, beans, oats, seasonal vegetables, and frozen fruit for smoothies. These foods are affordable, filling, and deeply nourishing. You do not need to shop at a specialty health store to eat well after 50. So there you have it. 7 nutrition myths that are quietly undermining the health of millions of people over 50, and the real truth behind each one. Let me give you a quick recap. First, eating less is not the goal. Eating better is. Second, healthy fats are your friends. It is the processed fats and trans fats that cause harm. Third, supplements support a good diet. They cannot replace one. Fourth, complex carbohydrates are essential fuel. It is the refined, sugary ones that create problems. Fifth, do not wait for thirst after 50. Schedule your hydration. Sixth, your protein needs actually increase with age, not decrease. And seventh, healthy eating does not require an expensive grocery budget. Some of the best nutrition comes from the most affordable foods. Knowledge is powerful, but only when it is accurate. One of the greatest gifts you can give yourself right now is learning to question the nutrition advice you have been holding on to, and replacing it with information that actually serves your body at this stage of life. If something you heard today surprised you, or if it shifted something for you, I would love to know. Drop a comment below and tell me which myth resonated with you the most. And if you know someone in their 50s or 60s who could benefit from this, please share this video with them. It only takes a second, and it could genuinely make a difference in their health. For more content on senior nutrition, healthy aging, and practical wellness strategies you can actually use, make sure you are subscribed to @Senior Nutrition Secrets. We put out new videos every week designed specifically for your stage of life. Take care of yourself. You deserve to feel strong, energized, and well at every age. See you in the next one.